Greetings, friends. This is Oleh Ivchenko, head of Pareto Company. You are watching a new episode of Pareto Point, a program about professional asset valuation and events that affect their value. In today's episode, the Ukrainian government has updated the methodology for valuing state and municipal property. Meta is revising its approach to motivating its top management, and the 2008 financial crisis, illustrated by the collapse of a major American bank. Let's get started. The Cabinet of Ministers has updated the valuation methodology for state and municipal assets. Among the key changes adopted by Resolution number 324 are the transition to electronic valuation reports with the application of qualified electronic signatures, new rules for handling sanctioned property, and clarification of the approach to selling so-called asset pools. If a group of objects is put up for sale, the appraiser must determine the value of each one separately, and in the conclusion, show both the total value of the lot and a breakdown for each asset. The government has also set clear deadlines for conducting valuations and reviewing reports. The procedure for independent valuation of property transferred to state ownership within the framework of sanctions policy has been regulated separately. Meta Platforms has linked its new stock option program for top management to the growth in the value of the business. According to the terms of the program, the first level requires the stock price to increase by almost 90%, while the maximum level requires it to rise more than sixfold. For the maximum level of the program to be triggered, the company's market valuation must exceed $9 trillion. Amid competition in the field of artificial intelligence, Meta is essentially building the expected future value of the company into its reward system. This is a telling example of how major tech businesses structure executive motivation around increasing market capitalization. In March 2008, one of the largest investment banks in the United States, Bear Stearns, found itself on the verge of insolvency due to a sharp deterioration in liquidity. On March 14th, the bank announced that it could not meet its obligations without external financing, which led to a dramatic collapse in its value. Already on March 16th, the sale of Bear Stearns to JP Chase was agreed upon at a price that was several times lower than previous market valuations. The Federal Reserve intervened in the process, providing financing and creating a mechanism to purchase troubled assets worth approximately $30 billion. This situation demonstrated how quickly the market valuation of a financial institution can change under the influence of liquidity and risks. That's all for today. Friends, thank you for being with us today. If you found this episode useful, please support it with a like and share it with your colleagues. Write in the comments which topics you would be interested to see covered in future episodes. Subscribe to our newsletter on LinkedIn and read the blog on our company website. All the links are provided in the description. See you in the next episode of Pareto Point.